Hi, I'm Corey Weatherton, Director of Product Development here at the Jayco Motorhome Group. And today we are going to look at the 2025 Jayco Greyhawk XL. This is an incredible motorhome if you're looking for a Super C. We love this chassis we're building on. We love this product that we're building. And I think for a lot of you folks, this will fit the bill for what you're looking for. Now, before we get started, the floor plan we are going to look at is the 32U. I know frequently as we're inside or maybe walking around the coach, in your mind it's like, well, what floor plan is that? I want to know what we're looking at because I love it. This is the 32U. Overall, it's about 33.5 feet long. That's going to be bumper to bumper. So incredible floor plan. Shorter floor plan as far as a Super C goes, and let's dive right into this Greyhawk XL right now. First of all, this is built on the Ford Super Duty chassis. This is a F550 chassis. That's what's going to be standard on this motorhome. And so as a result, you are getting your 6.7 liter Power Stroke turbo diesel engine. It is diesel. What I love about the diesel is you are increasing your torque, and so tow capacity on this is going to be 12,000 pounds. Folks, that's a lot of towing. A regular E450 7,500, bump up to this guy and you are at 12,000 pounds. So if you are pulling potentially toys on an aluminum trailer, you can get that 12,000 pounds, and it is incredible. Plenty of stopping ability with this. With your 7-way pin adapter, it is wired for trailer brakes, and the trailer brake controller, Ford does a nice job of controlling that as well. So plenty of towing, plenty of toy capacity on the back side of this. Now, we covered the chassis. What I did not mention yet is this is a 4-wheel drive chassis as well. That is going to get you into those more remote places. So if you're on BLM land or potentially out in the desert with your toys, you don't have to worry about these tires just spinning. I love the fact that it's 4-wheel drive. It just gives you a peace of mind. Also in inclement weather, just in case you get into trouble, that 4-wheel drive is just at the touch of your fingertips. So great chassis. It does have a 67-gallon fuel capacity, diesel fuel capacity. That's divided between two tanks. One is 27 gallons, the other is 40 gallons, and so you should have plenty of fuel capacity inside of this. Now, also talking about diesel fuel, the house portion is powered by a 6,000 watt Onan diesel generator. So I love that as well. That diesel generator is going to be pulling from your chassis. So every time you fill up your chassis, you're filling up your diesel generator as well. And so that 6,000 watt generator, plenty of power for everything inside of this coach. So that's the power capacity. That is what we're driving on. Let's talk now specifically about this motorhome. What I love about this motorhome is, though it's a Super C, it's a relatively small one. A lot of that has to do with the aesthetics of it, but then also we're not building it on a big Freightliner chassis like we are on our Seneca and Seneca Prestige. But with this, we do have our hallmark one-piece fiberglass front cap. There are no seams on that thing. What I love and appreciate about this thing is just the fact that there are no leak potentials. As you know, if you've done your research on Class Cs, the #1 leak point on a Class C is on your front cap, where your vertical wall meets your horizontal bunk platform. That's a notorious leak spot, and every other motorhome will have a seam right here. Now, when you get up into the Super Cs, it's a little bit less common, but I can tell you, whether you're looking at our Greyhawk SE or all the way up to our Seneca Prestige, we are doing a one-piece fiberglass front cap across the board because we value our customers' investment. We understand that for a lot of you, if you are shopping this, it's a stretch, and this is maybe the Super C that you've wanted for a while. We want to protect your investment. And talking about protecting your investment, we double the industry standard when it comes to warranty. We have a 2+3 warranty. It's a 2-year limited warranty and a 3-year structural. What's it limited by? It's limited by 24,000 miles, and it's also limited by customer neglect, negligence, etc. So we will stand behind our unit that we've built to protect your investment. So the one-piece fiberglass front cap, folks, that is a big deal, protecting your investment. You're also going to notice that we do have Road Armor side steps on this. We intentionally have partnered with Road Armor on a lot of our products, specifically the more off-road style products, because they build a quality product. They've been around for a long time. These running boards are domestically made. It's hard to find. They're made down in Texas. And as a result, great company. We love what they do. Moving back to coach, you will see this fiberglass side wing here. This is not only for aesthetics, but it's also for protection. This is a vulnerable corner as well. Not only is a horizontal seam on your front cap a vulnerable corner, this is as well, because this is taking the brunt of a lot of your wind, rain, snow, salt, sleet, etc. So we wrap this around intentionally to remove that seam as well. It'll help with your fuel economy, but then also help protect this seam here. I already mentioned the 2+3 warranty. You will see a 20-foot awning on the side of this. On all of our coaches, we are building the maximum capacity that we can with the awnings, because we understand that if you're purchasing this, you plan on getting into the great outdoors. So this full length awning is very important. So we are maximizing that as much as we can on every floor plan. Now, what I love about this unit is the fact that we have a lot of storage on this. Though this thing is only a little over 33 feet long, this whole side is lined with rotocast storage compartments. And so what I love about the rotocast is the fact that they are super easy to clean, and then also if you need to rinse them off with a wet rag because you have muddy boots in there, you can. And as I mentioned, they're down the side of this coach. I love that aspect. Now on this unit, you will see that this is a partial paint. So this is going to be standard on this Greyhawk XL. So partial paint, the front cap is painted, comes back here, we have paint going up, and then the lower portion as well. So that's standard. We do option also 4 other full body paint options if you'd prefer that. Give it a little bit more of a sleeker, cleaner, high-end look if you'd prefer. And so standard, but we also option paint. On the roof, hard to see simply because we're on the ground. It is a full one-piece fiberglass roof. And so all of our Super Cs, you will get a fiberglass roof. I can tell you that's not true with the competition. A fiberglass roof is a big deal. You have a lot less maintenance on that fiberglass roof. You have a lot more durability on a fiberglass roof. And so where you can get a fiberglass roof, I definitely encourage you to do so. Here at Jayco, all of our Super Cs, a full fiberglass roof. Also on the roof, you have 200 watts of solar standard. That does have a dual controller. So that dual controller is going to send power to your chassis battery, but then it'll also send power to your house battery. So it kind of monitors between the two, and it is expandable if you'd like to on the roof. Also on the roof, what is standard is a single 15,000 BTU air conditioner with a heat pump. Now we do option a second air conditioner if you'd like. The front one will remain that 15,500 BTU with the heat pump, and then the rear will be a 13,500 BTU. So if you are in those warmer climates, the Arizonas, New Mexico, Florida, etc., even if you like things cool, and maybe you're in the Midwest like we are, it doesn't hurt to option that second AC, because the key thing is you are keeping that AC in the front with a heat pump. Now, hopefully this isn't too long of a tangent for you, but what I love about the heat pump in an AC is that if I'm plugged in an RV park, I've paid for the power, right? I'm hooked up to the post, and I don't always want to run my propane furnace, because that propane furnace, I have to go somewhere to fill up my propane tank when it runs out. What I love about heat pumps is I know it's not renewable energy, but it's unending energy that I've already paid for. I don't have to fill that thing up. And on cool fall mornings or cool spring days, I can get enough heat to keep the inside of that coach comfortable so that I don't have to turn on my furnace. So folks, I want to encourage you, whatever motorhome you're looking at, if you can get one with a heat pump, it is a big deal. I've used those on dealers' lots, I've used those at shows, and it makes the inside very comfortable without having to utilize my propane, which I need to fill up. And so on the roof, you will find the single AC standard, option dual AC. Also on the roof, you will see a WineGuard 2.0 Connect. That's a Wi-Fi range extender, but then also it's a 4G LTE hotspot. So that's going to be standard on the roof. And then also a couple skylights up there. So that's the roof. As I already mentioned, coming down, we do have a full bank of storage on the side. This unit does have a 30,000 BTU furnace in it. So I already referenced that furnace. It is 30,000 BTU. It'll keep you warm when you want to use it. Also on the outside of this coach, you will notice that we have an entertainment center area. What I love about this section is if I want to use it, it's there. If I don't want to use it, I can just leave that door shut. I know this is somewhat of a controversial thing for some folks. Before we started putting exterior entertainment centers on our motorhomes, that was probably ballpark, if I had to guess, 2017 or so. I would be interacting with retail customers and they would be appalled that we didn't have a TV on the outside. And now at times we have TVs on the outside and folks are appalled that we have TVs on the outside. So folks, I get it's a love-hate thing. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but when you want to, it is here for you. And it's not just here for you, but these are premium components inside of here. For model year 2025, we did switch to a premium JBL audio experience. So inside the coach and outside the coach, this coach is powered by JBL. So we love that aspect about it. We get a lot of feedback from our customers. Once a customer owns our coach for 6 months, they will get a survey. We get feedback. And what we've heard is that a lot of customers in general, not just our buyers, but other brand buyers as well, they want a premium experience. And so where it makes sense, we are definitely trying to switch to that for you. So the JBL premium audio speakers, that's a great deal. This is a Connect TV. What I love about this is that it is a smart TV. And so it could be Memorial Day weekend. On this, you could be watching the Indianapolis 500. We're from Indiana, so that's when I know when it is, where it is, etc. You could be watching that with the family while having your cookout. And so it is just a great power system out here for you. And that's intentional. We did that intentionally. As we go back, you will see the frameless windows. Frameless windows are a big deal because your seals are protected from UV rays. Framed windows, the sun will bake those seals, and then ultimately with time, I don't know the period of time because everything is conditional to where if you leave your motorhome sitting outside in Arizona for days on end versus in northern Indiana where it's cloudy sometimes, framed windows, the seals will break down. It is a potential leak point in the future. So we went with the frameless windows on this Super C, and I think you're gonna love those as well because it's just another peace of mind. You know, we've given you that one-piece fiberglass front cap. We've given you the frameless windows. We give you the 2+3 warranty. Why is that? Because, as I already mentioned, we value your investment. If we're just building a shoddy product, and you're buying it, we know it's not gonna last a long time. So we're doing the best we can to provide longevity inside of these motorhomes. Come around the backside if you will. You will notice we do have the rear backup camera. We also have our side cameras on this coach as well. We do the rear camera and your side cameras will display in a digital rear view mirror. And so you can toggle that so that this is always on if you would like to, or your side camera is obviously activated when you use your turn signals. I already mentioned the 12,000 pound hitch, great tow capacity on that. I also want to mention that the key thing with towing is you're not going to get squatty with this. This has a 12,000 pound hitch on it, 12,000 pound tow capacity, but it also has a true 1,200 pound tongue weight rating. So what that means is as you're pulling your toy trailer, cargo trailer, it could be a flatbed, fill in the blank, but something that's going to have tongue weight on it. That trailer is designed that if it has a 12,000 pound GVW trailer, then your tongue weight rating will be 10% of that. So it'll have a 1,200 pound tongue weight on that. If it's a 15,000 pound trailer, you'll have a 1,500 pound tongue weight rating. So at Jayco, we want to make sure you're towing safely. And so we are doing everything we can to keep that 10% ratio. We're not going to put a 15,000 pound hitch on there and tell you that it'll tow 12 and have at it. We put the hitch on that we believe is appropriate for this chassis and this motorhome. We work with our OE chassis manufacturers. They give us those weight ratings, so you have that 10% ratio there. You don't get squatty in the rear. Part of that is due to the Hellwig helper springs that are on the rear of this F550 chassis. We absolutely love that. We have a heavy-duty stabilizer bar on the rear of this chassis, and so that gives us the J-Ride Premium package. So whether you're towing or not, this will be the best handling motorhome at this price point on the road. I guarantee that. If you don't believe me, take this for a drive. Take one of our competitors at a similar price point for a ride. and you will believe that this handles better. If this motorhome's a little bit too small for you, maybe not beefy enough, jump on up to that Seneca XT. We have more suspension components on it. We have a lift on it, but with this, at this price point, quietest riding, best handling motorhome. I love it. I know some of you love to see the other side of the coach, so let me walk you through that. This does have a 10-gallon gas electric hot water heater, rapid recovery in it. This is simply a door that's going to be covering our black tank discharge with a gate valve in there. I'll go ahead and leave these open so you can catch videos. This is our generator access compartment. I unfortunately did not unlock that, so I'm trying to breeze by it without you noticing. Generators back there. We have low point drain as well as our wet bay area. What I love about this is, you know, if I am using this on sandy area, I've got the wet feet, etc., sandy feet, muddy feet, I can go ahead and just spray off outside, not a problem. We have our diesel fuel here, fuel fill there. As we come back, we have our gray holding tank behind the storage area. Nice place to put tools, hoses, snakes, etc. And then also our gray tank gate valve. As we continue, there was the second, I don't know if you got low enough to see the second fuel fill back there, so both your diesel fuel fills will be there. As we come back, another storage area. We do have a little section walled off with electrical components, and then as we come forward, we have our propane and our dual house batteries. You'll also notice in there is the DEF fill. That's a common question, where do I fill my DEF on these chassis? That's where it is. So this has been an exterior walk around of this Greyhawk XL. Let's go inside and check out the inside. Alrighty, so we are inside this 32U Greyhawk XL, and I think you're gonna love this. For those of you, like I said, looking for a shorter motorhome, relatively shorter, granted this is not a 22-foot motorhome, but for a Super C it is a shorter motorhome, 33.5 feet long. This is a very popular floor plan that we build on other platforms as well. If you're talking a Greyhawk, it's a 27U. If it's an Alante, it's a 27A. Once we get up to this chassis, it's a 32U. Some of you may question, well, Corey, why don't you build shorter? If we've got a 27U Greyhawk or 27A Alante, why is this a 32U? Well, a lot of it has to do with the chassis itself. The nose end of this chassis is approximately 2.5 feet longer than the E450 chassis. So the E450 is pretty stubby. This guy's a little bit longer, so we are adding some length there. We've also taken the liberty to add a little bit of length in the main living area, just so that we can make it more comfortable to relax in. So as I already mentioned, this is on the F550 Super Duty chassis. It's an incredible chassis. I love driving this motorhome. I'm about 6'3", and I enjoy the ride experience in this. Now, as I mentioned, all of our motorhomes at their price points handle better than anything else in the market because of the J-Ride components we're putting on. But at the same time, sometimes there's not enough leg room for a taller individual. This chassis is very reminiscent of the truck that I drive every day. A lot of leg room in it. And so if you are interested in something with longer leg room, this is a great chassis for you to explore. Overhead bunk, just like all of our other motorhomes, rated at 750 pounds. I think that's one of the things that our engineering team does very well. We over-engineer. Will 750 pounds ever be up here? I quite honestly don't know. You make that decision, but frequently not. But we over-engineer our build so that we can give you that industry-leading 2+3 warranty. Everybody else in the industry is a simple 1-year warranty. As I already mentioned, we want to stand behind our investment, your investment, and the way we do it is by our engineering and construction process. So rated at 750 pounds. Behind me, we do have a automotive bonded window up there, and then also a power shade. So automotive bonded window is installed pretty much like the chassis window is. This chassis going down the road, as it flexes and buffets a little bit, that windshield is constantly just moving slightly because the chassis is moving. Same thing with our front overhead window. We have about a 1/4 inch recess, about a 3/4 inch lip. We put a brand of sealant in there that as it cures, it never fully gets solid. It remains flexible. So then we install the window. The key thing about that is going down the road, the wind will buffet the cap, it will buffet the chassis. Just like the chassis windshield flexes a little bit, our window will flex as well. It took us a while to get this front cap developed correctly, and that's just full transparency. Before we even installed it on our first unit in model year 2017, we had a couple iterations that went through our R&D and our testing, and we finally got it to the point to where we were comfortable with it. And folks, here we are approximately 7 years later, 7 calendar years later, and I can tell you that to date, as far as leaks from this window, we've had limited to no warranty claims. And I say that because my office area is right beside our customer service and warranty area, and I check regularly, and so I can tell you with confidence that is not a leak point. We've invested a lot of money in this one-piece fiberglass front cap to protect your investment. Same thing in R&D, we invested a lot of money as well. And it is, I'm glad that we introduced that, and it does turn out very well for you as a customer, because as you're in here, you can put that power shade up if you'd like, and it just lets the great outdoors inside of this coach. Over here we've got a Connect Smart TV as well, and then you will see our JBL Aura Cube down below. As I already mentioned on the outside, premium JBL audio experience. I can stream from Spotify or any app that I would like to on this, play on my overhead JBL speakers, or I can also play my TVs through it. So this is the first year that we've changed to this, and folks, we've had a lot of good feedback from our dealer base, but then also our customers. One of the things that I think we do well as a manufacturer, as I already mentioned, is putting quality components in. So this table is a great table. We've been using it now for 4 or 5 years. We've seen others try to imitate this table, but we were the pioneers of it, and it does very well. So this is a legless dinette. I love the legless dinette feature because I can sit in here, slide all the way across, and I can comfortably sit against the window having my Thanksgiving lunch without having banged my knee on a diagonal brace. So it's a legless dinette. It's also a sturdy dinette. There's no levers to move to lock in place. It's very sturdy. If I want to turn this into a bed, I simply lift it up, pivot it down, and then it turns into a bed. Same thing as I come up, I lock it into place like that, and it's there. So great bed. We've got seat belts in every seating position. So back here we are seat belting 6 people. Up front we're seat belting 2 people. We have the safest motorhomes in the industry because every seating position we give you a seat belt that's standard. By law, we're not required to put them in this rear facing dinette, but we know you will be traveling with folks, maximizing the seating space. So we give seat belts standard here too. And we don't just install them at will. We do have to go through pull testing with this. Pull testing is what the government requires. And so if it's a dual seatbelt bracket, these seatbelts have to withstand 10,000 pounds of pull for 60 seconds. If it's a single bracket, then it's 5,000 pounds for 60 seconds. So we've engineered these so that they will pass government standards, and as a result, we feel very comfortable with you seatbelting your loved ones in this. Also, child tethers in your forward-facing dinette. Those are welded down into those brackets. So we're not attaching to plywood, we're not attaching to wood studs. These are welded into steel, very secure. Those have been pull tested as well. This coach has been optioned with theater seats. I absolutely love theater seats, I'll be honest with you. We have a demo fleet here at Jayco that we build every year. We allow our employees to use them. And by far, the most popular request is, Corey, as you're speccing these out, can you please put theater seats in them? This Greyhawk XL, these are powered theater seats, and very comfortable, very easy to use. They have USB ports in the control area as well. As I already mentioned, seat belts there. You have your cup holders in the center, and then comfortable at the end of the day. Much more comfortable, in my opinion, than a sofa, simply because you get the dual armrests no matter what side you are sitting in. Now, full transparency, I don't want you to be disappointed if you were to buy this and then experience this, but full transparency, as I said, 6'3". This side of the theater seat, you will notice that we are relatively close to the dinette. So as a result, it will fully extend, but I would encourage you that if there's 2 of you who are using these, have the taller person sit here, the shorter person sit over here by the have the shorter person sit over here across from the kitchen, and then you guys will be able to sit comfortably. So just wanted to give you that heads up that if there's two tall individuals, one person sitting here will probably be cramped a little bit. Coming over to the kitchen area, great kitchen area. Solid surface countertop, absolutely beautiful. You will notice inside of here that this is our Huntington decor. So we do have these brown tones all throughout, and it looks beautiful, as well as gunmetal sink and then also faucet. This faucet is great in my opinion. A lot of times you're going to see the retractable faucet, spout, I guess you can call it a faucet spout. Problem with those retractable ones is a lot of times there's a weight down below that may get hung up as it's going in and out. With this one here, I can spray where I need to. You know, maybe I'm rinsing off my veggies or filling my pasta pan. I can just go ahead and snap it back into place, and it's super easy. So a lot of functionality in this flexible gooseneck type of faucet. You will notice inside of this coach that we do have oversized cabinet doors and drawers. Now this does cost a little bit more, but what we found is that as we reduce the visible stiles here, it gives us more of a residential look. If you're to go online and watch a random video on travel trailers or potentially motorhomes from 4 or 5 years ago, I'll be honest, even ours as well, you will see more exposed stiles, which is essentially this face frame here. And it just kind of looks like an RV. And we're tired of that look. We were tired of going to our homes and enjoying dinner and then coming back to work the next day, walking in our motorhomes. It's like, why can't we do that in this? Well, we can. It costs us a little bit more, but we do think that the bang is definitely worth the buck. It looks beautiful in here. We tried to hide as many styles as possible. As you'll notice, we have storage under the sink, nice storage area over here, drawer underneath the stove. This Furrion 3-burner LP cooktop, it is a great cooktop. 3-burner, plenty of room. Since we're on that pasta analogy, as I already talked about, filling up the pasta in your sink. You can put your big bowl of spaghetti noodles and get those boiling, and then you also have room for your sauce, and then if you're sauteing vegetables, you can do that as well. Don't forget the garlic bread. Pop it down there, and you've got a complete meal while you're camping. So plenty of room within this kitchen area. We do have sink covers on here as well that it comes with. So as a result, you have a nice prep area here. Large residential size microwave. This is not just a small RV one. I can reheat my fettuccine Alfredo in here the next day if I'd like to. So a lot of room within this kitchen. You do have a wireless port there to be able to charge your phone. And then you'll also notice underneath here we do have dual lights that are controlled, single switch, and plenty of light seeing in this area. So we've talked about the kitchen area. Like I said, plenty of prep space. For the leftovers, where are we putting them? We are putting them in this 10 cubic foot Furrion 12-volt refrigerator. Standard in this coach is a 10 cubic foot. We do also option a 15 cubic foot in most of our floor plans for this Greyhawk XL. So check out the floor plan. If there's a different one you're interested in, it will say whether it has a 15 cubic foot or not. So what I love about these 12-volt refrigerators is that they cool down very quickly. When I take our demo fleet out camping, I love the fact that I don't have to turn that fridge on 24 hours before. You know, the old gas electric ones that I could run propane or utilize 120 volt. These 12 volts, they cool down very quickly. So if I'm going camping in the afternoon, I personally will go out that morning, turn on my refrigerator, and it'll be cool when I'm ready to load my food. So great refrigerator. You're also going to notice in this kitchen area, though it is small, it is mighty, there is a ton of storage. We have these pull-out pantries, and I will tell you that you do have to use a little force in pulling these out. When this thing is full of cans or even cereal boxes, that you've hidden all of your pennies in that you've saved. Cereal's not heavy, so I had to throw something in there real quick. The pennies in your cereal boxes that you've saved, we want to make sure that these things stay closed. So frequently I'll see folks think, oh, well, that's just a faux door. It's not. You've got to pull it. Pantry over here. We do have 3 shelves in here. This is going to be plenty of room for all of your extra food that's not going to be fitting in your pull-out pantry area. And then a nice little cubby down here. This cubby can be used for anything you'd like, potentially a little more kitchen storage or food if you'd like to. Totally your call. You will notice this coach is powered by the Firefly system. So what I love about this Firefly system is that it controls my whole coach. I download an app to my phone, and it is the Firefly Mira app, and I can either control the coach from my phone or from this screen. And we've had a lot of success with it. We use this in our high-end diesel pushers as well. Firefly is a great company. We've been utilizing them probably close to 8 to 10 years, quite a while. We've had a relationship with them for a while, and it's a system we trust. Nothing worse than going camping and your multiplex system doesn't work. With Firefly, that's not an issue. So just wanted to point that out, that's what we're using. Coming back into the bedroom area, you will notice in this area we do have storage that we will be able to, if we'd like to leave the shelves in, we can leave the shelves in to put your blankets in, to put your folded jeans, etc. Or you can pull the shelves out, and we do have a clothes rod overhead. You'll see a full bank of drawers down below. But also, as we're looking at these drawers, I do want to point out once again, just the oversized doors and drawers. Gives it a very clean look. You don't have styles in your face, and our engineering team and production team's done a beautiful job with this. As we continue back into the bedroom, you will notice that we have a very generous wardrobe here in the rear. So we've got dual sliding doors, and then also a full length of clothing for hanging overhead. 2 dresser drawers down below, plenty of room for your clothing, and then also the brackets to be able to hang your front overhead bunk collapsible ladder. So that's in that system as well. As we look at the bed, this is a king-size bed. Plenty of room for 2 individuals to sleep comfortably in here. Potentially you've got a youngster along who gets scared in the middle of the night. You can even get that little tyke in the middle of you two, and you'll have plenty of room, and he'll feel cozy and safe at night. On each of the side nightstands, we do have wireless charging with USB ports in the side, and then you will also notice surrounded windows inside of this slide out, that your side ones, your end ones open, and so you get nice ventilation down below. So this coach, we do have in this one that we're showing a 32-inch smart TV, and it is a Connex brand as well. So all of the whole system inside of this coach is Connex branded. We have a partnership with that company, and I can tell you that we are very impressed with the quality of their TVs. They're not your traditional cheap RV TVs, I hate saying that, but they are very good TVs that'll last you a long time. Check out the bathroom inside of this coach. A lot of storage space below your lav area. A lot of storage, a very large medicine cabinet. You will notice that inside of this coach there is a lot of room in this bathroom. A very tall shower. I can stand in there. As I already mentioned, I'm 6'3". I'm not going to do it. That's not what this video is for. But I can fit in here. For you taller folks, taller than me, we do have a skylight overhead that is a nice little cavity for your head to go up into and still get into the shower without having to bend over the whole time. So very nice, beautiful. Toilet, a lot of room in here. And so oftentimes that's overlooked or not thought through. But a lot of room inside of this 33-foot motorhome bathroom. And I will point out to you, it's 33 feet, try to make it as compact as possible. So maybe some of you would say, what, I just prefer a much larger bathroom. Folks, in this floor plan, it's not going to happen. I mean, we cannot extend the wall out that direction, or we can't extend this wall that direction. This coach is what it is, and we think it's very amply sized for a 33-foot motorhome. But we've done a complete walk around. We have opened a lot of things on the outside, storage compartments, inside, pantry areas, cabinet doors, etc. Hopefully this has been a good walk around video for you to get a feel for, first of all, the Greyhawk XL that we make here at Jayco, and then second of all, this floor plan. I want to thank you for taking time today to watch this video. As I already mentioned, my name is Corey Weatherton. I'm Director of Product Development here at Jayco in our motorized division. If you ever have any questions at all, you know, as I mentioned on the inside, we've opened cabinet doors, we've opened baggage doors. If you have any questions at all, contact your local Jayco dealer. You may not know who that is, but go to our website, jayco.com, and we have a dealer locator. So if you are in Nebraska, you can choose that you're in Nebraska. And if you want to look at the Greyhawk XL, you choose the Greyhawk XL, and then it will tell you who your closest stocking dealer is. That's the key thing, your stocking dealer. Your stocking dealer will know about this product. There's a chance you may stump them with a question. If you ever do that, always feel free to call us here at the factory. We have regional sales managers who are responsible for maintaining our partnership with our dealers across the country. Ask for a regional sales manager, still using that Nebraska example. Call in our 1-800 number. Nice lady will answer the phone, say, hey, I'm so-and-so from Nebraska. I'm interested in talking to a regional sales manager about the Greyhawk XL. And they will connect you to our regional sales manager who knows a lot about this product. I always stress regional sales manager. Why is that? Because frequently my name is on a lot of these videos and I will get a lot of phone calls asking to talk to Corey Weatherton and my voicemail is full. Folks, I have meetings throughout the day, a lot of product development meetings with engineering, purchasing, production. Unfortunately, I can't handle all the phone calls with questions that folks have. So call in, let us know your state, ask for a regional sales manager, and we will be happy to answer any question you have. If our regional sales managers do not know the answer, I'm positive they will tell you, I'm uncertain on that, I'm not going to make something up. Let me get a hold of engineering or let me get a hold of production and I'll call you right back. So thank you so much for watching this. Thank you so much for being interested in Jayco. Go out, check this out on your dealer's lot, and happy camping to you.